Hello and welcome back to Visit Foult Coast. I thought I'd better show my face and prove to you that I'm actually still alive. So it's been a while, hasn't it? I think the last batch of videos I made was about 3 weeks ago. That's terrible, isn't it? That's terrible. So there's definitely been nothing for the last fortnight. So anyway, as you can see, I am still alive. I am more or less in one piece. So I thought I'd just start off with a little bit of a kind of a roundup of Christmas and what's been happening here at Rabbit Towers and 2025 and all that kind of thing. So if you're new in these parts, before we get any further, don't forget to make sure that you've subscribed to Visit Foult Coast and you've hit that little bell. Where's my bell? I'm in the office, so I can hit my bell, you see. You've hit that little bell for notifications. And don't forget to sign up for your Visit Foult Coast email newsletter, which you can get at visitfoultcoast.info/newsletter. So, I've retreated to Rabbit Towers because it's actually quite cold outside. And I've had, well, I haven't really got rid of completely, but I've had the most stinking cold. You know what it's like? You keep busy and you keep busy, and then all at once, when you stop, you just go, well, I went. So it had started coming on just before I finished for Christmas. So we've had a fortnight off, perhaps even a little bit more. We've had a fortnight off, and it started just before. So I was coughing on the last video that I made for you in Blackpool. Well, the cough got worse, the snots got worse, and I've been absolutely bleared up. Of course, I haven't suffered anywhere near like as much as Kevin has suffered. I must just make that absolutely clear. Kevin had a cold just before I did, and he took to his bed, and he mopped his brow, and he felt really, so obviously we all know that a man always suffers a lot more with a cold than a woman does. I just carried on. Just to get that in, Kevin, if you're watching. So that was that. So Kevin's cold came back. My dad, T-Boy, has had a bit of a cold. He's had more of a sinus infection, so he's been blowing some spectacular muck down his nose. He does tend to get that, actually. It is a recurring thing with him. So it's nothing too unusual. So that was kind of how Christmas and New Year went. So we've done nothing. We've sat on the settee. I've made my backache sitting on the settee. We've sat on the settee and we've watched loads of television. We've watched the soap, so we've watched Emmerdale and Coronation Street, which we're up to speed on them. And we're up to the beginning of November on EastEnders, so we've got all that to come. So no spoilers, please. So we watched the soaps and we've also watched The Crown. Now, I don't know whether you've got Netflix and whether you've got access to be able to watch it, but I have enjoyed it. I've heard people talking about it. I haven't watched any of them. And I watched the first episode in bed on my own, on my iPad. And I thought, I bet these two will enjoy watching this. So I suggested it, and to my astonishment, they said yes. So we sat down and started watching that. And I tell you something, if you've got Netflix and you've not seen it, it's brilliant. It's really good. We've gone right back to the very beginning. So we're currently midway through series 2 and the 6th series. So it's really interesting. I've learned loads about English history and things that have happened in the last sort of 100 years. So that's what we've been doing. So we've barely moved out of the living room. It's been lovely. It's been lovely. It's just starting to rain again now. I don't know whether you can hear it on the window. The weather's been not much cop at all. We've had snow, we've had lots of rain, we've had lots of wind. It's been perfect for putting your feet up and sitting inside. So, Dad, the question that you're all asking about T-Boy and his chemotherapy. So he's not been doing, touch wood, too bad at the minute. He's not been doing too bad. So chemo takes a different form depending on what you've got and how the doctors decide that they're going to treat it. So in my dad's case, he's having a drip on day 1, followed by 3 weeks of tablets, 21 days of tablets, and that is a cycle. So when you've done that, you go back to the beginning of the cycle and you do the drip and the tablets, drip, tablets, drip, tablets. So he's done almost the first full cycle. So he's had the drip just before Christmas, which I think I mentioned on the last video. And then he's had 21 days of tablets and he has his next drip on Friday this week. So he's not been too bad at all. The first 5 or so days he felt really ropey. And then after that it sort of eased off and he's felt a lot better when he's been out and he's been, walking short distances and not too bad at all. Anyway, we went back to see the oncologist last Monday. What day is it today? Was it Monday? I don't know. We've been back to see him anyway this week, this holiday. Couldn't have been this Monday. Last Monday, I think. Anyway, we've been to see him. So he told us what to expect, and apparently, with it being a drug that accumulates in your body, the second and subsequent rounds make you feel subsequently worse than you did the first time. So we'll see. We will keep our fingers crossed, and we will hope that it doesn't knock him sideways. But so far so good. He's eating reasonably well. I'm shoveling food down him and giving him everything that's high calorie, and at the same time trying not to expand like a football myself, because it's difficult to give somebody trifle and not eat any yourself. So touch wood, everything is trundling along nicely. Which brings me on to 2025. Well, it's that time of year, isn't it? In fact, the rain, I think, is actually sleet. There's little bits of white ice landed on the window. So it's that time of year when the weather's foul. We've got lots and lots of stuff happening in Cleveland. So we've actually got a new year, new start, new recruit event this afternoon at the Top Club. So we're all meeting up. We've got anybody new that wants to come, and we'll be sort of starting the year afresh and giving anybody that wants to volunteer a sort of a backstory and a recap of what we are, what we do, what we've got and where we're going. So that's what we're doing this afternoon. And then we start with events on the 15th of February. So the first one is called, drumroll and fanfare, The Ogre Emerges. So literally, we have an ogre and literally he's going to emerge. So that one will take a little bit of planning and a little bit of working out, but that's the first event. And then we've got loads of stuff planned for all this year. So if you're interested in any of that, just have a look at the Care for Cleveland's Facebook group or have a look at the Care for Cleveland's website. So if you just Google Care for Cleveland's, it should come up. So lots happening and lots planned. So obviously, Dad takes precedent. So everything will kind of fit round how he is and how he feels and whether or not we've got caring duties. We keep having endless black jokes about carers and care homes and whether or not it's the standard that he expects. You can imagine, can't you? And then hopefully at some point I might actually manage to get back outside and do some vlogs. I've not been in any fit state, to be fair, to go out doing vlogs. I know I've not coughed while I've been doing this, but I've been coughing like a trooper. And it's really one of them sort of dry, tickly, hacking coughs that when you start it makes you feel like you're going to throw up. So I've not been in any fit state to go out, and I don't really want to go out and start tramping about in freezing cold weather and take myself straight back to square one, because it's been a bad one. So at some point, I will get back out. I will get back outside. But bearing in mind I've been silent for the best part of a fortnight, I thought we'd better have a little quick update. And then, I'm still alive. That we're all still here, and that at some point we will be back out and doing stuff. And to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas is a bit late, I think. But Happy New Year. I hope it's all everything that you wished for, and you have a good 12 months. There's a full 12 months staring in front of us all. Frankly, at the moment, I don't know whether you can tell by looking at my face, but I feel like going to sleep. I'm so tired. Oh dear. Having said that, as maybe me, I've carried on working and doing stuff through the Christmas holidays. You might not have seen me, but it don't mean I've not been doing stuff. So, until next time, I will see you later and bid you farewell. Don't forget to make sure that you're subscribed for your newsletter, because that's back in action. I've sent the first 2025 one out this morning, and you will be getting that as usual. And keep following us on social media, and we'll be back in full swing eventually. So until later, we will see you again. Bye for now.